You've heard me say how much I love the moon, and the sky, and stars in the night. But add to that the rush and the sound of wind. Whew, now you've got me excited. It is that excitement, that sense of energy and light and movement that I wanted to convey in this modest little oil painting. I did it, I guess it was around the year 2001. Yes, in the foreground, we see the roughly painted figures of the Holy Family resting inside what is really an abstract stable, just a couple of brushstrokes. But my main purpose in doing this painting was to help the viewer feel the drama of that night, an explosive, blinding star scattering its glory, ripping apart the darkness and turning nighttime into daylight. The clouds torn by the wind, a rush of color and sound, the golden brilliance, all of it excitement and movement. I used an old brush with stiff bristles to make the clouds look shredded, as though the heavens were parting. And you can tell it's windy by the way I painted the trees. Look at this. I filled a different brush, flat and wide. I filled it with color, then I just laid it down quickly on the canvas and lifted it off. And each tree is maybe, 4 or 5 brush strokes. And the sheep on that hill, using a smaller brush, I filled it with toned white paint, pressed it into the canvas just once, and lifted it off. And there's your sheep. The stars may look as though they are all white, but not so. Some are shaded slightly pink, others are slightly blue. And I just very carefully mouth daubed each star in the sky. If you get up close to this star, you can see that there's layers of color around it. I started with a hot white in the center with a little bit of gold. Then I moved out to pure gold and a little bit of green. And then the green fades into that purple and then on out to the blue. So it creates kind of a spectrum of color. And of course, when you see the color spectrum, let's say a rainbow, you know that light is what it's all about. And so this star is really shining bright. Who knows what that actual night was like? But we know it was a night like none other. God had entered human history, and there is the real excitement of that amazing night.